Hello and welcome to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 25th of October. This is for the Sun or the Ascendant. Now I'm going to give you the major themes of this week, and then please stay with me. I'll dive deep to give you your detailed zodiac forecast for each of the 12 signs. Now this week's most glorious influence goes between Venus in Sagittarius and Jupiter, the ruler of Sagittarius, in the friendly sign of Aquarius. Now this combination could see some kind of gathering, a reunion, it may be some travel plans with a larger group of people, and all these things can provide a lot of uplift. It's also possible that somebody could enter your circle, or someone who's been a friend for some while start to creep up on your senses in terms of a romantic possibility. But Venus in the sign of Sagittarius is a truth seeker. Jupiter in Aquarius is thinking about the wider needs of people. So it would hardly be a surprise if the person that you were chatting to, either socially or perhaps even in terms of romance, was someone who's a bit different, a bit more unique. Certainly somebody who could be a bit of a free spirit. But if you are wanting something more devotional, the fact that Neptune, the planet of dreams, squares with Venus creates a little bit of uncertainty. That aspect can see us be tempted to put someone on a pedestal, and that's something we should try to avoid this week. However much the good vibes are there are some more cautionary energies that I need to tell you about. Not least, the Sun is challenged by the stern, restrictive energies of Saturn. Now Saturn is in the sector of the group, Aquarius, no longer in retrograde, which is to be celebrated, but the Sun is finding its way in the sign of Scorpio, which is very much to do with deep commitment and devotion. So if you're wanting that in a relationship and you get to know someone that you find very attractive, but for them it's more of a fleeting experience, that could be quite hurtful. So just be conscious of the reality of where you might be coming from in terms of your expectations, and where somebody else may also be coming from theirs. Also, Mars in the sign of relating, Libra, where it's afflicted, is in a square with Pluto. Now this is an aspect of force and drive and desire, but it's not one that's so much to do with gently talking things over. It's quite raw, it's quite visceral, it wants its reward, it's a desire-led planet, Mars, and therefore it's to do with instant gratification. So however much someone may be relating, their desire and ambition around that relationship or that situation can be quite unbridled. Just be aware that by the end of the week, Mars does move into the sign of Scorpio, which it governs, and will be there through to the second week of December. And that is going to be very helpful in a way, because being in its dignity will help it to strut its stuff much better than it has in the sign of Libra, where it's in detriment. So just be conscious of that. But of course, Mars in Scorpio brings that desire element of our nature even more strongly to the fore. But the quarter moon on Thursday in Leo suggests a little bit of jealousy could be washing around this week. It's not going to be a walk in the park week, but there is those glorious aspects. Neptune squaring Venus can still be very, very good as long as we keep one toe on terra firma. But that link between Venus and Jupiter is really, really beautiful. I think we just need to make sure that whatever our expectations are, we keep the reality very much to the forefront of our thinking, and that way we can make the most of this week. But please stay with me for your deep dive video. But if you are new to my channel, I would be honoured if you would subscribe. Please click or tap on the bell notification symbol. And remember, you can get your free daily horoscope fired to your device each morning by clicking on the link beneath this video and subscribing. Or if you'd like to get your year 2022 personal horoscope, the year is rushing up towards us. You can order it now, get the rest of this year free, plus 30% off and a character analysis. Please do see the link beneath this video. Hello Aries, and welcome to your in-depth forecast for week commencing the 25th of October. Now this week sees Venus, the planet of relating, in a very curious part of your situation. So if you are single, you could be attracted to people who are a little bit freer, different, perhaps even worldly. If you're someone who's done a lot of travelling, it's possible that through a journey or through an experience, you can have a meeting point, a discussion point with someone, and that really unifies you, particularly with Jupiter feeding into the equation in your sector of humanity, but also your future. If you are involved in a relationship and you're wanting to know where you stand about that future, that Neptune's in your 12th house can create a little bit of anxiety, particularly in its angle to Venus, because if you're uncertain about where someone's coming from, this can create a lot of almost expansion of your concerns. They can be heightened, amplified in some kind of way. But of course the Sun has just moved into the sign of Scorpio, and that's very much about you wanting to feel that there's a growing trend in your financial situation, which is going to give you a sense of comfort. But I think there could be a bit of a pinch point this week. Things may not be going quite as quickly as you like. It may seem that someone in a position of influence is being quite blocking or quite obstructive even. It may be as strong as that. And because there is a quarter moon in the sign of Leo, which is your sister fire sign, your passion to take something forwards may not mean that events are moving at quite the pace you want. So I think socially this can be a very positive week, perhaps even so romantically. But in the world of work or around your finances, I think quite a lot of patience is going to be necessary. But your ruler is Mars, the same as the ruler of Scorpio. And when Mars moves at the end of this week and dives really deep into the 8th house, whatever you desire, whether it is an improvement in your material world, whether you do want a relationship which is hotter when it comes to sensuality, your desire to achieve that over the next 6 weeks is really going to be very strong.